Opponent's going to keep trying to work it into Dennis. That is the card from his collection. Don't know what badges he would have on it, but maybe he's got it to where it's a decent scoring card. Klay Thompson can't connect against the defense. And we get a chance to try to increase the lead. Lob up to Beasley. It's not pretty, but it's good. And we're up by 2. He's going back to that Rodman matchup. We're leaning on Dennis hard, and we get a slap away. Block steal animation. Went for the pump fake, try to get him to jump at me. No such luck. I didn't want Beasley to shoot it. I wanted him to drive it. A little too far out, and we turn it over. Klay can't connect. He's not having a good shooting start with Thompson, which is just fine by me. Gonna work it over to Finley and see if we can't get a little screen off here. And that'll work for the dunk. Lead increases to 3 points. Opponent's calling his own screen game. Getting a little space for Klay, and Klay knocks it in. Lead down to 1 point. Give a little pump fake. Finley's going to get the dunk. No, he's not. Rodman with a nice help defense. Klay, three-pointer in transition. Not very good balance, and not a good result for my opponent. Wanted Beasley to drive in there for the dunk, but he didn't, and we end up turning it over. He lets it fly with, I forget who his other player is, but he knocks it in, and we're down a point. Going to try to work it to Finley a lot here. Beasley's open. We can't connect. That was a big shot. Pulled that a little bit. Rodman inside, we get the block, but we can't get possession. Rodman with kind of a tough take. It's a miss. We pump fake with Finley. Looks like he's no longer defending with Klay as his user. So we'll work the ball around and see what we can't get. And Finley gets the blow by and the dunk. It's all tied at 10. Opponent sticking with a screen game. Looks like he wants to let it rip from deep. Jackson commits the foul. And the shot clock will reset to 14 seconds for the Clippers. Rodman underneath. We can't get the block. And we're down a bucket. Looking for an open draw and kick shot. Opponent's done a pretty good job of denying that. Here's one for Jackson. It's front rim and out. He whips it into Rodman for the dunk. And we're down by 2. Getting late in the game. Gonna need to finish well to get the victory. Finley on Rodman. He gets the step around and the dunk. We're going to start pressing here a little bit more, try to get steals. He's got Klay open from deep, and he misses. Pretty deep shot with Klay, but I thought he had a nice look at it. Wouldn't have been surprised if it went in. Here's Jackson again, and we try to release it a bit earlier, but we still don't get the green animation. Here's Finley. Still don't get a green, but he knocks it in. Good outside shooter, and we're up a point. Klay handling, and we're going to go over the screen to Rodman. He hides behind it, and he can't knock it down, but he does pull the offensive rebound. Whips it into Rodman. We don't want to give up a three, but he shoots one anyways, and he makes it with Iguodala. (13-14). Big offensive possession here. We're going to try to back in with Beasley against Rodman. He doesn't make any mistakes, but we get the drive-by and the dunk. If my opponent hits a two-pointer, the game will be over. So we'll do our best to play good perimeter defense. He's going with the screen game again. Calling out Rodman for another screen. He drives by and gets the dunk with Iguodala. We'd like to get an outside shot open for Finley, but that's easier said than done. Iguodala with the help defense, preventing the driving dunk. There goes Finley to the other side. He gets a step on Klay and throws it down. 15 all. We're in what is essentially overtime for blacktop. Posting up with Dennis, and he decides to kick it out. Going with the screen again. I get way out of position, put on skates, and he throws down the dunk. Dribbling around, trying to create a good look. Finley on Klay. He's going to kick it out. Jackson from downtown. He knocks it in, and we take a 1-point lead. If we could get a stop, any bucket would win. Going to shift the defense over and guard on Klay Thompson for something different. The result is the same. If we get an open outside look, we'll go for the win right here. Jackson drives around. It's Beasley. We wait, and we can't knock it down. Beasley with the offensive rebound. I don't know where Finley's at. I try to get it out to him, and it bounces off the defender. No open look for three. He tries to whip it out to Klay. And a bunch of deflections later, he maintains possession. Players run into each other, which is always kind of odd where they're stunned. Klay for the win, and it's front rim and out. Left my feet, threw it out to the open man Jackson, but his defense collapsed pretty quick. Beasley for the win. It's offline, and it's out. Klay Thompson with a hand in his face, and we get possession again. Another look to win it. I'm off with the trigger, and the shot is off as well. We get an offensive rebound. He doesn't really think I want to shoot it with Beasley, apparently, as he retreats. Jackson's going to get a lay-in, and we're up a bucket. 18-17. Opponent's looking for another screen. He's got Klay open over on the corner, and it's good. I don't know why the CPU leaves its man so often in this game, but it did there, and we're down a point. Big offensive possession. Beasley's got a shot to dunk it. Despite the foul, he throws it down, and we're tied at 19. Staying with Beasley on defense. Iguodala tries to knock it down with a hand in his face. That doesn't happen. Beasley on the handle. Not really what we want. Finley looking to play make or create a shot for himself. Nothing doing. Back out to Finley. Klay Thompson makes a mistake and he gets dunked on. Actually, Klay doesn't get dunked on. It's Iguodala coming to help after Klay makes the mistake. Iguodala to Rodman. We block it from behind with Beasley. A chance to win with any bucket. This has been a hard-fought match. He's got Rodman underneath lurking. And I try to whip it over to Beasley. It's deflected out. We pick up the deflection. Beasley is out of energy. We're going to try to throw the lob here for the win. And he finishes it off. That was a hard-fought victory. We pick up 249 MT. And we'll see what we get on the pick board. And we wait for it to load up. Next selection is a technical. The Reddit myth is busted that said that if you pick a card that has no other open borders around it, that you won't get a tech. Although it was fun doing it for a while, so I might just stay with that pattern and then just jump around all over the board like that in the future. And we get a healing card and a Rip City jersey. We already have the Rip City. We'll send it to the auctions and we'll sell it later. Hop into another match. It's Amthest Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy's going to play with a gold card. Can't tell who that is yet. Oh, it's Matt Bonner. Bonner's pretty slow afoot. And they're going to team up with a Sapphire. And it's Goran Dragic with the Suns. We'll hop right into the matchmaking and wait for 2K to get us a game. And we got somebody up against us. We'll see who it is in just a moment. After we get a look at our club one more time. Playing against LeBron, Del Curry, and Terry Cummings. Opponent's got a Jumpman logo. And looks like he has some custom, very generic jerseys. And we're playing against iClan. And his username is iRelative. LeBron goes right around Butler, but he's not able to hammer it down. And Butler gets fouled in transition by Terry Cummings, who looks a lot like Charles Barkley. So Butler's guarded by LeBron. We may not go to that matchup a lot, depending on my opponent. How he plays. Dragic running away from his man. Had an open look for three. LeBron came over with the help defense, and we're not able to connect. We're going to start out defending with Bonner on Cummings for our user defense. And we'll see how that goes. That Del Curry is pretty athletic, but he turns it over on that possession. Obviously, Bonner can knock it down from outside. We'll go with a little screen roll game. Dragic is open and missing again. Cummings dribbling around off to LeBron. And we get the block and the good shot defense. Went for the steal. That's a mistake. Cummings will throw it down, and we're down a point. Pass took a minute to get out there, so we don't get the open look with Matt Bonner, but we will this time. And we don't make it count, although we get the offensive rebound.